Hey everybody, welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. It is BookList Thursday. BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of book ideas, book thoughts, something bookish related. And in honor of it almost being St. Patrick's Day, which is one of my favorite days of the year. I mean, I do live in Wisconsin, so any chance to have a beer and celebrate, I mean, sign me up, right? So today we are going to recommend to you green books. Right? Why not? So I scoured my shelf. I am focusing on green books that I have read so I can truly recommend them to you and tell you to read them. But I did find out I own a whole lot of green books on my TBR shelf. That's a little crazy, but that's okay. That's another video another time. So let's get started with the green books I have that you need to read. First one is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Read, 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 read. Have to read this book. This follows Evelyn Hugo. She is your Hollywood starlight. She is, I mean, everybody loves her. She's an amazing actress, and she ends up marrying 7 different people. And you go through husband by husband and kind of learning what happened, how they met, how they get divorced, what happened with the relationship. There is a little bit of a dual time perspective here as well. So Evelyn, Evelyn is older, and she invites Monique Grant, who is an unknown magazine reporter, to come and do a very exclusive interview with her. Evelyn does not talk to the press, does not share her story, but she picks Monique for some weird reason to come and just dish it all to her. So Monique goes there. So we're going back and forth between Evelyn telling the story of her life to Monique and then kind of present day. And so you'll see what happens then. But I liked the dual time perspective. I like how it's divided up by husband. I think that's kind of cute. A little bit different of a way to do it, and then you do get little articles every so often as well throughout the book. So I enjoyed this so much. I can't recommend it high enough. Just pick up the book. Pick up the book. It's awesome. The next green book I have, we have Plain Truth by Jodi Picoult. It's a little bit of an older one. I went because it's green here and maybe kind of green here. It worked. It's Jodi. It's Jodi. So there's a discovery of a dead infant on in an Amish barn, and the police are investigating, and it's the Amish. It's interesting. It's good. It's Jodi. She'll make you feel all the feels, and she'll make you wonder what you would have done, because that's what she does. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Definitely pick up that book. It's a little older one of hers, I would say. Let's see. Copyright 2000. So yeah, it's been a little bit, but still very relevant, still very good. Next one we have, again, pick up this book too, Snowflower and the Secret Fan by Lisa C. It's short, but you guys, this is so packed. It's packed, packed, packed. So we follow, this is 19th century China, and a girl named Lily. It goes through her basically growing up. There's a tough part about foot binding in here that is hard to read, but very, I've never read anything like that before. I've never been exposed to anything. And then I got down this whole rabbit hole of looking into foot binding and and all that stuff. But if you get through that, you'll be fine. But basically, her growing up and having this really, really great friend, and they communicate using a fan. So they write back and forth to each other. So it's so, so awesome. Pick up this book. It's amazing. The next book I have for you is Still Missing by Chevy Stevens. This is a good psychological thriller. So we find out this centers around the story of Annie Sullivan. She's a 32-year-old realtor. She goes to show this house to people, and they end up kidnapping her. She ends up getting kidnapped. But you know she's okay because you are seeing what happened through her sessions with her psychiatrist. And so you're learning about the year that she spent in captivity in a remote mountain cabin. She did escape, and you kind of learn why she was taken, how she escaped, what happened, what repercussions she's going through. So I thought it was written very uniquely because you know she gets away, but it's why did they get her? How did she get out of it? What happened to her when she was there? All of that chocked full in this little book by Chevy Stevens, because Chevy Stevens is just the master at that. She's awesome. So pick up this book. Last one I have for you is a good summer read. I really enjoyed it. Morgan Matson's Since You've Been Gone. This follows two friends. One is a little bit more eccentric than the other. So we've got Sloane and Emily. Sloane is, she'll do anything and everything. Emily's kind of very good girl, doesn't really go outside the box very often, doesn't really break the rules. And all of a sudden Sloane leaves and Emily's kind of left by herself. But Sloane leaves her a list of 13 things she has to do that summer that pushes Emily to kind of get out of her little shell a little bit. So it's like kiss a stranger, go skinny dipping, steal something, break something, Penelope. You know, it's random things, but it's a really good YA, fast-paced, easy read. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. Yeah, and you'll see if Emily does it, figure out what happened to Sloane. It's a great book. Pick that one up as well. So those are my 5 green books that I'd totally recommend you to read. Leave a comment below. Are there any other green books that maybe I've missed that you would recommend? Otherwise, like, subscribe, and have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Bye.